If you're tired of letting every little setback drain your energy, listen closely. When you allow obstacles to get under your skin, you're not just feeling bad, you're giving away your power. Imagine a life where nothing rattles you, where emotional storms pass by without you losing control. Today, I'm going to show you how to train your mind so that nothing and no one ever controls you again. Life bombards us with noise, people's opinions, daily frustrations, unexpected setbacks, and the most unshakable people aren't those with fewer problems. They are the ones who have mastered their reactions. They've honed the art of emotional detachment and turned every challenge into a stepping stone for success. Picture yourself moving through life unaffected by criticism or failure, commanding respect with a quiet, unwavering presence. That is the power of mastering your mind. Let's face it, life is relentless. Every day, you're confronted by distractions and negative energy that can throw you off balance. But what if you could develop an inner fortress, one where every external jab simply slides off without leaving a mark? Think of the world's most influential leaders. They weren't the ones who screamed back or let every insult take root. Instead, they responded with deliberate calm, never giving their power away. In this video, I'm going to teach you the principles behind that unshakable mindset, inspired by the teachings of Napoleon Hill. Real strength isn't about being immune to problems. It's about mastering how you respond to them. When you react impulsively, you hand over your power to the situation or person causing you distress. But when you learn to pause, to truly observe your emotions without judgment, you reclaim that power. Imagine someone insults you in public. The average reaction is anger or hurt. But what if you simply smiled and walked away, leaving the instigator confused and powerless? That's not weakness, that's strategic indifference. It's a silent dominance that shows the world you're in control. Emotional detachment isn't about shutting down your feelings, it's about managing them. It's knowing that while you can't control what happens around you, you can control your inner response. This isn't about becoming cold or indifferent to life's joys. It's about ensuring that temporary setbacks don't derail your long-term goals. Your mind is the architect of your reality, and if you allow fleeting emotions to dominate your decisions, you're giving away your future. Instead, train your mind to see every challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger. Every failure is just data, a lesson that propels you closer to success. One of the simplest yet most powerful techniques is to pause before you react. When you feel anger or frustration bubbling up, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? More often than not, the answer is no. That moment of pause can transform an impulsive reaction into a deliberate response. By choosing not to react, you're not only preserving your energy, but also refusing to give anyone the satisfaction of controlling your emotions. It's in these moments that you build a protective armor around your mind, a shield that lets you stay focused on what truly matters. Another essential element is visualization. See yourself as someone who moves through life with calm determination, someone who is unshaken by setbacks and undeterred by criticism. When you consistently visualize that image, you begin to embody it. Picture a version of yourself who remains composed under pressure, who turns every negative experience into fuel for growth. That mental image becomes your reality, guiding you through life with clarity and purpose. The more you reinforce this vision, the harder it becomes for external events to disturb your inner peace. Think about the greats in history, not just leaders and innovators, but even everyday people who have faced insurmountable odds. They weren't defined by their failures, but by their ability to remain calm under pressure. When their businesses collapsed or when they faced personal tragedy, they saw these setbacks as lessons rather than defeats. They didn't let the weight of failure crush them. Instead, they learned, adapted, and rose even stronger. Their secret wasn't a lack of emotion, it was the mastery of it. They understood that every moment of emotional reactivity was a moment of power surrendered. So how do you develop this mastery over your emotions? It starts with a commitment to self-discipline. Every day, practice the habit of stepping back. In a heated conversation or a moment of stress, pause and reflect before you act. Ask yourself if your reaction is truly necessary. Often the answer will be a resounding no. By making this a daily practice, you gradually rewire your brain to default to calm, intentional responses rather than knee-jerk reactions. Over time, you'll find that your inner strength grows and the opinions or actions of others will hold less sway over you. Remember, failure is not a dead end, it's a detour. When things don't go as planned, don't wallow in self-pity or anger. Instead, see failure as a valuable lesson, a piece of the puzzle in your journey to success. Those who achieve greatness understand that setbacks are simply stepping stones. They analyze what went wrong, learn from the experience, and move forward with even more determination. This mindset not only protects you from the sting of failure, but also propels you toward your ultimate goals. You learn to value progress over perfection, and in doing so, you build an unbreakable spirit. Let's talk about strategic indifference. This isn't about ignoring life's challenges or becoming passive. It's about discerning which battles are truly worth fighting. Not every criticism or minor inconvenience deserves your energy. Instead, prioritize what matters most: your goals, your growth, and your happiness. When you filter out the noise, you create space for clarity and focus. This helps you make decisions that align with your long-term vision rather than short-term emotional impulses. Think of it as curating your environment, both externally and internally, so that only what serves your higher purpose is given attention. The most influential people in the world aren't those who shout the loudest. They're the ones who exude quiet confidence. They move with an inner authority that commands respect without uttering a single word. How do they do it? By mastering the art of mindful presence. They are fully in the moment, completely aware of their thoughts and emotions, yet they do not allow these fleeting sensations to dictate their actions. They have learned to control their inner dialogue, to respond rather than react, and in doing so, they become unstoppable forces of nature. This isn't just theory, it's a practical guide for you to transform your life. Each of us has the potential to become that calm, focused, and empowered individual who commands respect without the need for force or aggression. It starts with small changes, a moment of reflection here, a pause there. Over time, these small habits accumulate into a powerful shift in how you experience life. Imagine a day where every setback is met with a cool, analytical response, where every piece of criticism is filtered through a lens of self-assurance, where you never allow external chaos to disrupt your internal harmony. Today, I challenge you to put this into practice. The next time you find yourself in a situation that could easily trigger an emotional reaction, take a deep breath, pause, and reflect. Ask yourself, is this moment worth sacrificing my inner peace? More often than not, you'll realize that holding on to your calm is far more valuable than engaging in a reaction that could rob you of your power. With each conscious choice, you're not only strengthening your mind, you're taking control of your destiny. In a world where everyone is chasing external validation, remember that true power comes from within. When you master your mind, you master your life. It's not about suppressing your emotions or becoming indifferent to the world around you. It's about choosing where to invest your energy. With discipline, reflection, and the practice of mindful presence, you can transform every setback into an opportunity for growth. Stand firm, remain calm, and let your actions speak louder than any words ever could. Developing long-term habits that foster emotional resilience requires consistent practice and reflection. One powerful habit is journaling. By recording your thoughts and reactions at the end of each day, you gain clarity on what triggers your emotions and can begin to identify patterns. Over time, you'll notice that small adjustments lead to significant improvements in how you manage stress. Reflect on moments when you remained calm despite provocation and analyze times when you reacted impulsively. Use these insights to set actionable goals for tomorrow, knowing that every step you take towards self-mastery builds a foundation for future success. Another key strategy is mindful meditation. Even just 10 minutes a day can center your thoughts and create space between stimulus and response. As you sit quietly with your breath, you learn to observe your mental chatter without judgment. This practice strengthens your ability to remain composed under pressure, reinforcing the neural pathways that help you pause before reacting. Remember, the goal isn't to suppress your emotions, but to allow them to pass without overwhelming you. Moreover, physical health plays a crucial role in mental resilience. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep not only boost your physical well-being, but also improve your emotional stability. When your body is in harmony, your mind finds it easier to regulate emotions. Consider incorporating a regular workout routine into your schedule, whether it's jogging, yoga, or strength training. As you witness the positive changes in your body, you'll also notice a corresponding uplift in your mental clarity and overall mood. Building a supportive environment can further amplify your journey towards emotional mastery. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire calm and resilience. Engage in communities, whether online or offline, that share your commitment to personal growth. When you have a network of like-minded individuals, challenges become less daunting, and the shared wisdom can help you navigate even the toughest situations. Remember, true strength is not about isolation. It's about forging connections that uplift and empower you. It's also important to celebrate your progress. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you're making a conscious decision to reclaim your power. Acknowledge these moments of victory, no matter how small they may seem. Each success reinforces your belief in your ability to control your destiny. Over time, these celebrations become milestones that mark your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. Now imagine a future where challenges no longer rob you of your peace, where every setback is met with unwavering resolve. In that future, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're living life on your terms, empowered by a mindset that refuses to be swayed by temporary adversities. This is the legacy of those who have mastered their emotions. A legacy written not in grand gestures, but in the everyday triumphs of individuals like you. Embracing this mindset requires more than just intellectual understanding. It calls for a deep emotional commitment to change. It means choosing every day to prioritize your inner peace over fleeting distractions. As you integrate these practices into your routine, you'll discover that true mastery over your mind isn't an elusive dream, but a reality within your reach. The journey may be challenging, but every step forward is a step towards a more empowered, resilient you. Take a moment to commit to this journey. Visualize the person you aspire to be and let that vision guide you in every decision. Know that each day brings a fresh opportunity to practice, learn, and grow. The power to change your life lies within you, and with each mindful choice, you're paving the way for a future filled with strength, clarity, and unshakable confidence. As you finish watching this video, reflect on the tools and strategies shared here. Think of them as keys to unlocking the door to a life where you are always in control. Share this journey with others who might be looking for a way out of emotional chaos. And let's build a community of individuals committed to mastering their minds and transforming their lives. Every time you resist the urge to react impulsively, every time you take a moment to pause and reflect, you're investing in a future where your inner peace remains invincible. Let that be your guiding light as you navigate life's complexities. With each conscious decision, you are not just managing your emotions, you are creating a legacy of strength and resilience that will inspire others to follow in your footsteps. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Celebrate the small victories and learn from every challenge. With persistence and dedication, the art of emotional mastery will become second nature. Embrace the journey, trust in your ability to grow, and let your inner power shine through in everything you do. Keep moving forward, knowing that no external force can dictate your state of mind unless you allow it. Your journey towards mastering your emotions is a continuous process, a dynamic interplay of growth, reflection, and empowerment. Every moment is a new opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to a life of calm, purpose, and undeniable strength. Now, take that first step. Choose to live with intention. Be the calm in the storm, the unwavering force in a chaotic world. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Use it wisely, nurture it, and watch as it transforms not only your life, but the lives of those around you. The path to true power is paved with mindful choices, and today is the day to start walking it. Let's dive deeper into practical exercises that can help you build and sustain this unbreakable mindset. One powerful exercise is the 3-2-1 pause. When you feel a strong emotion rising, pause for 3 deep breaths, count 2 seconds of silence, and then take 1 moment to reassess your thoughts. This simple routine can serve as a reset button, helping you break the cycle of impulsive reactions and replace them with intentional responses. With regular practice, this technique can become a natural part of your daily routine, ensuring that you remain in control even when emotions run high. Another effective practice is setting clear, personal affirmations that reinforce your inner strength. Write down a few sentences that encapsulate your commitment to remaining calm and centered, and recite them every morning. For example, I am the master of my emotions. I choose to respond with clarity and purpose. These affirmations act as reminders that every decision you make is a reflection of your inner power. Over time, they'll serve as a constant source of motivation, fortifying your resolve to stay composed in the face of adversity. It's also important to acknowledge that there will be moments when old habits resurface. The journey to mastering your mind isn't a straight path, it's filled with ups and downs. When you catch yourself slipping into reactive behavior, don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, recognize it as an opportunity to learn. Ask yourself what triggered that reaction and how you might handle it differently next time. This reflective approach turns setbacks into valuable lessons, further reinforcing your commitment to personal growth. In addition to these mental exercises, consider incorporating physical techniques that support emotional stability. Regular movement, be it walking, stretching, or engaging in a sport, can help release built-up tension and clear your mind. When you exercise, you not only improve your physical health, but also give your brain the chance to process emotions in a healthy way. Think of physical activity as a form of active meditation. It grounds you in the present moment and helps you shed the mental clutter that can lead to overreaction. As you continue on this path, remember that building resilience isn't just about managing crises. It's about creating an overall lifestyle that nurtures your inner peace. This might mean curating your social media feed to limit exposure to negative influences, or choosing to spend more time in environments that promote calm and creativity. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who understand that strength isn't about loud declarations, but about quiet perseverance and intentional living. Over time, these changes will not only bolster your emotional resilience, but will also attract opportunities that resonate with your newfound sense of inner balance. Let's also talk about the role of gratitude in maintaining a balanced mindset. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's going wrong to what's going right in your life. Each day, take a few minutes to reflect on the things you're grateful for. This practice can help reset your emotional state, allowing you to approach challenges with a more optimistic and resourceful outlook. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good exercise. It's a practical tool that transforms your perspective, making it easier to navigate setbacks without losing your composure. In moments of high stress, when it feels like the weight of the world is bearing down on you, it can be incredibly helpful to reconnect with your core values. Ask yourself, what is most important to me? What do I stand for? When you ground yourself in your values, the trivialities of everyday life lose their power to disrupt your inner peace. Your values serve as a compass, guiding your decisions and helping you stay aligned with your long-term vision. Whether it's integrity, compassion, or perseverance, let your core beliefs be the foundation upon which you build your resilience. For those times when you're facing particularly challenging situations, visualization can be taken a step further. Instead of just picturing yourself remaining calm, imagine a scenario in vivid detail where you handle a difficult encounter with grace and clarity. Visualize every step of the process, the situation, your composed reaction, and the positive outcome that follows. This mental rehearsal not only prepares you for similar real-life situations, but also reinforces your belief that you have the power to shape your reality. With every visualization, you're training your mind to operate from a place of strength rather than reactivity. As you embrace these practices, you might notice a shift in the way you perceive challenges. What once felt like insurmountable obstacles will begin to appear as opportunities for growth. Every challenge becomes a chance to test and refine your emotional mastery. And as you accumulate these small victories, you build a reservoir of inner strength that can carry you through even the toughest times. This isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving in a world that often seems designed to knock you off balance. Let your journey towards emotional resilience be a testament to your commitment to personal empowerment. Share your experiences with others and create a dialogue around the importance of mental strength. Whether through social media, community groups, or personal conversations, your story can inspire others to reclaim their power. When you lead by example, you show that true mastery of the mind is not reserved for a select few. It's a possibility for everyone willing to take the first step. In the end, remember that your journey is uniquely yours. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to mastering your emotions. Embrace the process and be patient with yourself. With time, practice, and perseverance, you will find that the once turbulent seas of emotion have calmed into a steady, unyielding current that carries you forward. Every moment of conscious control is a victory, a reminder that you are not a victim of circumstance, but the architect of your destiny. Keep exploring these techniques, adjust them to suit your needs, and most importantly, trust in your ability to change. Your mind is a powerful tool. When you harness it, nothing is out of reach. As you continue to implement these strategies in your daily life, you'll find that the control you gain over your emotions translates into success in all areas of your life. Relationships improve, challenges are met with confidence, and your overall sense of well-being flourishes. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every step you take, no matter how small, contributes to a larger transformation. Celebrate your victories, learn from your setbacks, and let each experience serve as a building block for your personal evolution. The journey to mastering your mind is continuous, and with every conscious choice, you're crafting a life of unshakable strength and purpose. Stay committed, remain curious, and always keep your focus on the vision of who you want to become. The path may sometimes be winding, but every twist and turn offers a lesson that brings you closer to your true potential. Your inner strength is waiting to be unleashed. Step into your power and let your actions speak louder than any external noise. The world may throw obstacles in your path, but with your mind as your guide, you can overcome anything that comes your way. Another key principle in mastering your emotions is learning to reframe adversity. Every obstacle, every setback, every challenge, it all carries an opportunity. The difference between those who succeed and those who falter isn't that one group avoids difficulty while the other doesn't. It's that the successful have trained themselves to see problems differently. Think about it. A delay in your plans isn't a roadblock, it's a chance to refine your approach. A harsh critique isn't an attack, it's feedback that can make you stronger. A rejection isn't a failure, it's redirection towards something better. When you train yourself to interpret adversity in this way, you strip it of its power to disrupt you. Instead, it fuels your growth. One way to solidify this mindset is through a technique called cognitive reframing. Whenever you encounter a stressful situation, pause and ask yourself 3 questions. What is the lesson in this? How can I use this to my advantage? Will this matter a year from now? By shifting your perspective, you condition your mind to see setbacks as fuel rather than failure. This ability to transform problems into stepping stones is what separates those who control their emotions from those who are controlled by them. Another crucial factor in emotional mastery is eliminating unnecessary emotional triggers. If certain environments, social media accounts, or even people consistently bring negativity into your life, it's time to create boundaries. Unfollow, mute, or distance yourself from anything that disrupts your peace. Energy is precious, and where you direct it determines your state of mind. Protecting your mental space isn't avoidance, it's discipline. Speaking of discipline, let's talk about the power of routine. Chaos breeds emotional instability, while structure creates control. Having a morning ritual, whether it's journaling, meditation, reading, or exercise, can anchor your mind before the chaos of the day begins. This consistent foundation gives you something to return to, no matter what challenges arise. The strongest minds aren't built in moments of pressure. They're trained daily through habits that reinforce resilience. One of the most underrated tools in mastering emotions is deep breathing. It sounds simple, but its impact is profound. When emotions start to spiral, take a deep breath in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, then exhale for 4 seconds. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, signaling to your body that you are in control. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes, allowing you to command your emotional state with just a breath. Equally important is mastering the art of presence. Most emotional suffering comes from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. But the present, the here and now, is where power exists. If you can train your mind to stay focused on what is happening in this moment, without judgment, without resistance, you'll find that many of your emotional reactions lose their grip. One exercise to develop this skill is called sensory grounding. When you feel overwhelmed, pause and identify 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. This brings your awareness back to the present, breaking the cycle of overthinking and emotional distress. Presence is power, and those who cultivate it move through life with an effortless sense of control. Let's also talk about the power of silence. In a world addicted to reaction, where everyone has an opinion, where arguments escalate in seconds, silence is a superpower. When you don't react impulsively, you force others to reveal themselves. You stay in control while they expose their insecurities. Use silence strategically. Before responding to criticism, before engaging in an argument, before making a major decision, pause. Let the silence work in your favor. The less you react, the more powerful you become. Another aspect of emotional mastery is developing emotional intelligence. Understanding not just your own emotions, but the emotions of others. People who lack emotional intelligence take everything personally. They assume that every negative comment, every rude interaction is an attack on them. But the truth is, most people project their own fears, insecurities, and frustrations onto the world. When someone lashes out at you, it's rarely about you, it's about them. Recognizing this allows you to detach. You stop absorbing other people's negativity because you understand its true source. Think of emotional intelligence as a secret weapon. When you can read emotions, both your own and others, you gain an advantage in every area of life. Relationships improve because you communicate more effectively. Conflict becomes easier to navigate because you understand what's really driving people's behavior. And most importantly, you stop wasting energy on unnecessary battles because you see beyond the surface of interactions. Mastering your emotions also requires embracing discomfort. Growth is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. Learning discipline is uncomfortable. But avoiding discomfort doesn't make it disappear. It only postpones the inevitable. The more you lean into discomfort, the more resilient you become. This is why elite athletes train under extreme conditions, why the most successful people voluntarily put themselves in challenging situations, because they understand that comfort breeds stagnation, while discomfort creates strength. A simple way to build resilience to discomfort is through voluntary hardship. This means intentionally doing difficult things, taking cold showers, waking up earlier, pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone in daily tasks. These small acts of discipline condition your mind to handle stress, making it easier to remain composed when real challenges arise. Another practice that strengthens emotional control is visualization of worst-case scenarios. This isn't about pessimism, it's about preparation. When you mentally rehearse how you would handle a crisis, you train your mind to stay calm under pressure. Imagine yourself dealing with a major setback, a sudden loss, a difficult confrontation. Walk through the situation in your mind, step by step, with composure. By the time a real challenge arises, your brain has already practiced responding with clarity. Lastly, let's talk about the power of detachment. When you let go of the need for approval, the need for things to go a certain way, the need to control everything, you free yourself. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you stop clinging. You give your best effort, but you don't become emotionally dependent on the outcome. This is true power, moving through life with confidence, knowing that no matter what happens, you remain in control of yourself. The world belongs to those who master their emotions. While others are controlled by their impulses, their fears, their frustrations, you will remain unshaken. While others react, you will respond. While others crumble under pressure, you will rise above it. This is the difference between those who let life dictate their emotions and those who dictate their own fate. And the best part, this power is already within you. It's not something you need to acquire, it's something you need to uncover. Every day, every challenge, every moment of discipline brings you closer to unlocking it fully. The choice is yours. Will you remain a slave to your emotions, Or will you take control, master your mind, and create the life you were meant to live? Another key factor in mastering emotional control is understanding the illusion of control itself. Most people stress, overthink, and react emotionally because they're trying to control things that are inherently uncontrollable. Other people's opinions, external events, the future. But the truth is, real power comes from letting go of what you can't control and doubling down on what you can. Your mindset, your actions, and your response to challenges. The next time you feel frustrated or anxious, ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, release it. If the answer is yes, focus your energy on making the best decision possible. This simple shift in thinking eliminates unnecessary stress and helps you conserve your energy for what truly matters. Let's also talk about the power of emotional neutrality. Most people experience life in extremes. They're either overly excited or completely devastated. They let their highs take them too high and their lows take them too low. But the strongest individuals operate with a sense of emotional balance. They don't get overly excited by success, nor do they become hopeless in failure. They remain steady, composed, and focused. This doesn't mean they don't feel emotions. It means they don't allow emotions to dictate their actions. They've learned to observe their feelings without being controlled by them. Think of a skilled poker player. No matter how good or bad their hand is, their expression doesn't change. Their emotions don't give them away. This level of self-control gives them an edge, not just in the game, but in life. You can develop emotional neutrality by practicing a technique called zooming out. Whenever something feels overwhelming, mentally step back and view the situation from a wider perspective. Ask yourself, will this matter a month from now? How does this fit into the bigger picture of my life? Am I making this situation bigger than it actually is? This process trains your mind to stay level-headed instead of reacting impulsively to temporary emotions. Another powerful tool is emotional transmutation, the ability to take negative emotions and transform them into fuel for success. Most people let anger, frustration, or doubt consume them, but highly disciplined individuals use these emotions as motivation. Instead of dwelling on rejection, they use it as fuel to improve. Instead of getting discouraged by failure, they let it sharpen their focus. The next time you feel a strong negative emotion, don't suppress it, redirect it. Take that energy and pour it into something productive. Channel frustration into a workout. Convert rejection into motivation to level up. Transform anxiety into preparation. This is how you take control of your emotions rather than letting them control you. Now, let's talk about decision-making under pressure. When emotions run high, most people make rash decisions they later regret. They act out of impulse rather than strategy, but those who master their emotions operate differently. They create space between the stimulus and the response. The next time you're about to make an important decision, follow these steps. Pause. Do not react immediately. Take a breath, count to 5, or walk away if needed. Assess. Ask yourself, am I making this decision based on emotion or logic? Decide strategically. Make the choice that aligns with your long-term vision, not just what feels good in the moment. By developing this habit, you ensure that your emotions never dictate your choices, and you stay in control no matter the situation. Another way to maintain emotional strength is through mental fasting. Just like your body benefits from periods of fasting, your mind benefits from temporary disconnection from external noise, social media, news, opinions, and distractions. Most people are constantly bombarded with external stimuli, making them reactive and emotionally unstable. But by taking intentional breaks from unnecessary information, you create mental clarity and emotional stability. Try this. For one day, limit unnecessary stimulation. No social media, no gossip, no reactionary content. Spend time in silence, in deep work, or in nature. Observe how your mind resets. When you make this a regular habit, you develop an inner stillness that is unshaken by external chaos. Another crucial aspect of mastering emotions is understanding the power of non-attachment. Many people suffer emotionally because they cling too tightly to people, outcomes, or identities. They attach their happiness to specific expectations, and when those expectations aren't met, they spiral into frustration, disappointment, or despair. But the strongest individuals move differently. They operate from a place of detached focus, fully committed to their goals and relationships, but never emotionally dependent on them. They do their best, but they don't tie their sense of self-worth to any single outcome. Imagine approaching life with the mindset that no matter what happens, you will be fine. Whether a relationship works out or not, whether you succeed or fail, whether people approve of you or not, you remain centered. This mindset removes fear, eliminates desperation, and allows you to move through life with confidence and peace. One way to practice non-attachment is through mental rehearsals of loss. This doesn't mean being pessimistic. It means preparing your mind for different outcomes so that nothing catches you off guard. Ask yourself, if this situation doesn't go my way, will I still be okay? The answer is always yes, because your value, your strength, and your potential do not depend on external circumstances. Finally, let's talk about the power of consistency. Emotional mastery isn't built in a day. It's built through daily habits, repeated actions, and small choices over time. Most people seek quick fixes. They want instant emotional strength without putting in the work. But true control over your mind requires daily training. Here's a simple framework to reinforce emotional strength every single day. Morning discipline. Start your day with structure. Set a goal, move your body, and establish a winning mindset before the world distracts you. Midday check-in. Pause during the day and assess, am I in control of my emotions or are they controlling me? Adjust as needed. Evening reflection. Before bed, review the day. Where did you stay in control? Where did you let emotions take over? Identify areas for improvement. By repeating this process daily, you develop an unshakable foundation. Over time, your emotional resilience becomes second nature. The truth is, most people will never master this level of control. They will continue reacting impulsively, being ruled by emotions, and living at the mercy of external events. But you, if you choose discipline over comfort, control over reaction, strategy over impulse, you will separate yourself from the rest. Mastering your emotions is not just about success, it's about freedom. Freedom from overthinking, freedom from stress, freedom from being controlled by anything outside of yourself. When you develop this skill, you don't just move through life, you dominate it. And now, the choice is yours. Will you continue living at the mercy of your emotions? Or will you take control, master your mind, and claim the power that is rightfully yours? At this point, you understand the power of mastering your emotions. You've seen how detachment, non-reaction, and disciplined thinking separate the strong from the weak. But here's the real test. Will you apply this knowledge or will it remain just another idea in your mind? Because here's the truth. Most people won't do the work. They'll watch this video, feel inspired for a few minutes, and then go right back to their old patterns. They'll continue overreacting, overthinking, and allowing their emotions to control them. But those who truly want power, those who truly want freedom, will take action. So if you're serious about this, start now. The next time someone tries to provoke you, pause instead of reacting. The next time life throws a setback at you, observe rather than complain. The next time you feel the urge to lash out, choose silence instead. Each time you make this choice, you strengthen your mental armor. And over time, something incredible happens. You stop being affected by things that once consumed you. Insults, they don't touch you. Setbacks, just lessons. Fear, it fades. You become someone who moves through life with an unshakable presence. Someone people respect but cannot manipulate. Someone who commands authority without saying a word. But remember, this isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about mastering them. You still feel everything, you just don't let those feelings dictate your actions. You remain calm, composed, and in complete control. That is power, and power belongs to those who claim it. So will you be one of them? If this resonated with you, make sure to take action. Start applying these principles today. And if you want more content on mental strength, success, and self-mastery, stick around. There's more coming. Now, go and take control.